Well, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good day, whatever it is, wherever you are, welcome. This is Dr. Jacqueline King, and I am honored to be here with you tonight and to share with you our wonderful guest, Miss Angelita Byrd. How are you doing, dear?
I am doing wonderful now that I'm here with you. Thank you so much, Dr. King.
Well, we are glad to have you, and I'm going to just say for the people, if they're coming in to share, let us know where you're coming in from. If you're tuning in from wherever, just let us know. Um, so of course, Angelina is she's a powerful voice, movement of healing and empowerment, and she's a flight attendant, realtor, two-time published anthology author, and now author of her own debut book, starting from humble beginnings. As a teen mom, she knows firsthand the struggles, trauma, resilience that come with being a Black woman in today's world. Her new release, With Love I Let Go, A Journey Back to Self, is more than a memoir. It's a guide for women ready to release pain, set boundaries, and reclaim their peace. All right. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. First of all, we're glad to have you. Every woman has experienced something, right? What made you write this book?
Well, that's a really good question. But as you mentioned, every woman has experienced some form of heartache, some form of pain, some form of abuse. And so have I. So I am no different. And the fact that I experienced that, I knew I wasn't alone. But in that moment, I was feeling alone. So as I was feeling alone, I decided to just journal about it. And as I was journaling about it, it then turned into more of a story. And I said, well, my story I know is someone else's story,
Mm-hmm.
so let's just get this out here and let's put this into a book, so now we can get this out to other women who can also to be able to relate to it and also to help them heal.
Well, I love self-help books because let me tell you what, you never know what people are going through, right?
Never.
But one thing we do know is Black women have a lot of trauma that we have to deal with just because we're Black. Would you agree?
I agree 1,000%. Just like how they say, the Black woman is the most unprotected species on the face of this earth. And it's so very true. I see it time and time again. And I've even seen it in my own experience.
Absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about where you started with the book and whatever you want to share.
Well, again, I was going through my own heartbreak. So first and foremost, you talked about me being a flight attendant, which is true. I can just kind of start there, and it'll bring you into your question. A long time ago, fresh out of college, I wanted to be a flight attendant. That did not work out. So later on in life, actually, when I was going through a period of wanting to let go and move on from my relationship, I actually traveled and I actually booked a one-way ticket to Africa.
Oh,
And that was my way of quote unquote healing or getting away, shall I say. So I went off to South Africa, to Cape Town. I was there for about 2 weeks. I met some of the most wonderful people I've ever met in my life. And I had a great time. I enjoyed everything about it. But then I came back home to the States. And when I got back, it was around my birthday. And when I got back around my birthday, I realized I didn't want to be alone, nor did I want to still be here, and realize Africa, although it's beautiful, and the culture and feeling like I'm back home, being in Africa, it did not quote unquote heal me. So
mm-hmm.
then I went off to Jamaica. Jamaica
Wow.
always a wonderful place that I always enjoy going to. I have so many wonderful friends that live there that are like family. So I went down to Kingston, spent a week up in Blue Mountains, stayed in a cottage at a wonderful family's home. It was just, it was like, it was amazing. It's very hard to put into words the picturesque views that I got to wake up to every day. The one thing I love and the one thing that always made me feel one with God is being in the mountains, and to be in the Blue Mountains, to wake up and drink Blue Mountain coffee was just a wonderful experience. And then I left there, came home, and then I went up to Chicago, and that was my first time actually going to Chicago. I've been so many places, and I've never been to Chicago. Go figure.
Wow.
So I go to Chicago, hung out with a friend there, did the architectural tour, did all these things, and that was wonderful, and it was great. Came back home to Philadelphia. That's where I'm from, and then I went off to Greece.
Wow.
So then in August, that was in August because it all started in March of 2024. And then I went to Greece. I have a family near me that has a family there, and they took care of me, which was absolutely amazing. I got to go to an island called Carpathos. Carpathos is an untouched island that's primarily mostly locals that go there and their families that visit there. I also too got to go to Santorini, and of course I visited the mainland in Athens where I flew into. So when I came back from traveling all these places, to answer your question, I said, wow, Angelita, you're going to travel the world for the rest of your life. Now, I've already been traveling the world for over 20 years. So I've been to a lot of amazing places. However, now I'm just thinking about that single life plan for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now I'm heartbroken. I'm feeling like I don't want to be involved in any kind of relationship besides with myself. And that's when I actually decided to become a flight attendant. So I applied.
That was a bold move.
Yes, it was at 52, because I was thinking, like, can this old girl become a flight attendant? But I was fortunate that I got called. I went to training actually out in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Not too far from me.
Yes. And I made it. I'll tell you this, only 1% of applicants actually make it into the training when it comes to being a flight attendant. So to me, it was all a part of God's design for me to become a flight attendant, because it's all a part
Wait
of.
a minute, before you go on, why is that? Do you know why?
Well, yeah, I do know why. Because it's bigger than me. Now.
No, I mean, why do they not make it? What is so hard?
Oh, that question. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. The reason, because it's not easy to get in. It really isn't. Again, I tried when I was only in my 20s to become a flight attendant. It did not work out. And you have to go through a very strenuous training. It's not something that you just skate through. We are not people in the air to just serve you drinks or snacks. We're actually safety first. That is our job, to make sure that you're safe in the air. But a lot of people don't know or understand that. So that is why it's not easy to just become a flight attendant.
Wow. Okay. So you did the flight attendant, and then what happened?
Well, and then while I was in training, I was journaling even more about my situation, my relationship, and I actually had called my sister, and I told her, I said, I'm going to write a book. And I told her the name of the book that I wanted to write. And she said, well, why do you want to write a book, called that? And the only reason why I haven't said the name of the book is because actually that's the second book to With Love, I Let Go, A Journey Back to Self. So I decided to put out With Love, I Let Go, A Journey Back to Self first, because it's all about healing. And I knew that it wasn't just me that could have been going through it once again, what I was going through. And I knew it was a whole lot of other people that was going through that. I mean, even in training, I'm meeting other women, similar journeys as mine.
Mm-hmm.
We're there, all ages, you know, talking about how they just had breakups, they just went through a divorce, this is their second act, they always wanted to be a flight attendant, so now they just kind of wanted to just kind of do this, you know, for themselves, finally choosing them and doing what they love, as opposed to, you know, sitting around and not being happy in their relationships or with their lives, not doing what it is that, you know, that they wanted to do for themselves.
Well, I think that's amazing, especially, you know, one thing about us as women, a lot of times we let fear hold us back. I want to do a quick shout out to Kenya. Kenya is like one of our biggest fans. Kenya, thank you so much. Please share the broadcast. Lorana is on to share the broadcast. We're on a new platform tonight. We are actually going through our New York page tonight due to technical difficulties. So we need you to help us help others get this message by sharing it. Thank you so much. So we, you know, we draw back where men, where they just go and do it. No fear of not succeeding, just go and do it. If it fails, so they go on to the next. But we tend to get, you know, if something doesn't work, we tend to like kind of draw into a shell, right?
Well, I think that happens to a lot of people, yes. But actually, you talked about me being published in 2 anthologies. And it's interesting that you talk about that, because actually, in the book that I am in, and it's called The Overcomers. The Overcomers, actually, I write in a chapter about this, and it's called Overcoming Your Fears of Failure. Because most people are afraid to fail. But what they don't realize is that in order to be successful, you have to be willing to fail, but fail forward. So all my life, I've failed in something, right?
Well, we
But
all have,
thankfully,
really.
right. But thankfully, I've kept moving forward. And that's really the message that I want to deliver, you know, even with this book, With Love, I Let Go, A Journey Back to Self, you know, even though you might have gone through a divorce, you've gone through heartache, whatever it is that you've gone through. And it doesn't even have to be about relationships, because letting go could be letting go of anything that's holding you back, right? Your job, anything, a friendship, anything that's there that you need to let go of, that now you need to move forward with and come back to you, come back to yourself, and start doing the things that you love, start doing the things that set your soul on fire, right?
Hmm.
And that's really uh, how my story resonates to the audience and to the readers. And I've been getting so much amazing feedback so far from the readers, and some amazing reviews. I had a woman today just write to me and let me know that she finished the book, and it literally had her writing out 2 pages of journaling herself, and realizing that she's on the right track of moving forward with her life as well too. And one second here, let me put my glasses on because I can't see when I'm reading. But I would love to be able to just literally just share with you just some of the things that people have been saying, which have been so just heartwarming to me. And again, why I want to be able to help, because I have a mission behind this. I want to be able to help 100,000 Black women
Hmm.
worldwide heal for 2026.
Wow. Okay.
And that is the mission, because I want us to all know that we are in this together. I don't want people to feel like they're alone. And again, the feedback that I'm getting from women who have read the book so far have said that now they are feeling seen and heard. And that's what we want. That's what everybody wants. We want to
Hmm.
be seen and heard. We want to feel like, okay, this person gets me. This person understands my plight. This understands my pain. And now I have someone now I can share this with, that now can help me move forward and let go of it.
Okay. So that's what the letting go is. It like relationships? What it read an insert. Let's get a little bit into it so they can understand what we're talking about here.
Absolutely. I here the book With Love I Let Go, A Journey Back to Self. I'll read the preface, and it'll let you know exactly what this book is all about. Here, this book was born from the kind of pain that changes you, the kind of healing that demands you break open before you break free. With Love I Let Go is not just a story, it's a reckoning, a reclaiming, and a return. For far too long, I lived in spaces that asked me to shrink, sacrifice, and silence the deepest parts of myself. I gave love that wasn't reciprocated, loyalty that wasn't valued, and energy that drained my spirit. I held on, not because I didn't know better, but because I hadn't yet remembered who I was. This journey back to self wasn't graceful or linear. It was messy, raw, sacred. There were days I doubted my strength, nights I mourned what I thought I couldn't live without, and moments I had to remind myself that survival wasn't the same as healing. And still, I kept going. This book
Mm.
is for anyone who has ever lost themselves in someone else, for the ones who gave too much, stayed too long, or settled for less. It's for the strong ones, the silent warriors who carry the weight of the world and still find the courage to choose themselves. My hope is that these pages will meet you where you are and gently lead you back to home, to your truth, your worth, your peace. Because letting go isn't a weakness, it is an act of love. And coming back to yourself, that's the bravest thing you'll ever do. With love, I let go.
It's
Angelita Byrd.
beautiful.
Thank you.
It's beautiful. So you said so this book is in sections. How many?
13 chapters.
It's 13 chapters, but you're going to
Mhm.
have a book after this. How many books?
It's 3 books. So you have the first book, which is With Love I Let Go, A Journey Back to Self. So this is actually part one of the 3-part trilogy. And then as you turn the pages and then you get to the last page of the book, it takes you into the sequel and lets you know what's coming next.
Awesome. So where are we going from here? Are you going to we're doing a movie? What are we going to do?
Well, it's funny that you asked that. So I actually already started writing an episode, 10 episodic series for this trilogy. So many years ago, I actually worked in film and television. Back in the 90s, I lived in Los Angeles. That was always my first love. So writing is not new for me. This is me coming back to myself, coming back to who I am and what it is that I love. And that is actually writing. I've always loved telling stories, my stories in particular. This is why I consider this a not just a self-help, but also to a memoir. Because real life stories where people can actually touch and feel, and also to be inspired to know that if I can do it, so can you. That's definitely a goal of mine, to let other people know that. Specifically, the fact that I come from humble beginnings, being a teen mom. I always tell people I was 14, pregnant on welfare, trying to figure it out. I had my daughter when I was 15 years old, but thankfully I had some great mentors that came into my life that helped show me the way. And this is why, in fact, that my life was able to turn out the way that it did. And I'm thankful for those mentors in my life. So yes, moving forward, hopefully we'll see a Netflix series or Amazon series for sure, because that is definitely something that I'm working on right now as well too.
That's awesome. So, of course, you had a lot of experiences. What are some of the things that you had to let go of? How much time do we have, right?
That was exactly how the question was going to come.
You ain't got to tell all of them.
Right, exactly. Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you this, and I think some women, specifically Black women, will get this. You have to let go of sometimes of always having to be in strong, because we don't have a choice, right? A lot of times we don't have a choice but to be strong, but sometimes being strong can be exhausting as well too. And that's something that I know that is one thing that I had to let go of and allow myself to just be. Not always have it all together, not always have to be the one to take care of things or have to be the one to, have all the answers, right? Just let it go. I had to let go of just myself, and everything that came with me that no longer served my own well-being, because sometimes you have to check yourself as well too. You got to have that talk in the mirror, and that's something that's hard for a lot of us to do, because we don't want to self-reflect and realize that everything ain't everybody else's fault. I know that, because one thing I'm not is a victim. And this book is not about a victim. This is a journey back to self. This is actually self realization. This is literally you now realizing that everything you ever wanted to do or be, you can. But all you got to do is just let go of whatever it is that's weighing you down, that's holding you back.
Wow. Uh, so, in particular, what have you let go of?
Oh, I let go of my relationship. I let go.
Okay, that's what I want to hear. So,
Absolutely.
is it a person? Is it a man?
Absolutely. Well, the story is around that. Yes. So it is my story. It's my real life story of heartache. It's my real life story of realizing that I was loving someone more than I loved myself. And I had to let go of that in
Mm,
order for me to come back to myself.
that's deep. That's
Yeah.
deep. And why do you think that we as women tend to put men in particular before us?
Well, that's a really good question. I think is because we think that the more we love them, that they're going to love us.
But it doesn't work like that.
You know, And it doesn't work like that. Doesn't work that way at all. You can't force someone into loving you. You can't force someone into treating you right. You can't force someone into choosing you. They have to want to. And that's something that all of us have to learn, both men and women, because one thing I'm noticing that men are gravitating to this book as well too. I've got men that ordered this book because you can take me out of it and put you in it, man or woman, because everybody has been through some form of disappointment in their lives. And specifically, I want to heal 100,000 Black women for 2026. But one thing I know is that heartache, abuse, disappointment, all these things do not discriminate. So all women, all across the board. I have friends in Japan that already are reading this book. So it's definitely going to I see it taking off. I have people in the UK that have reached out to me as well too. So all women from all walks of life, and definitely I appreciate the few good men who have been supporting it as well too.
Well, that's good. All right. So, our audience is primarily women, you know that, 95%. What are some tidbits of encouragement that you can share with our audience before they get the book? And why
Well,
should they get the book?
Both of them are good questions. Well, what I want to share is this: if right now you're feeling like you are in limbo of making a decision, and if that decision is choosing yourself or choosing something or someone that you know that is causing you stress, heartache, pain, sickness, that is not supportive, that may be jealous of you. Because again, it can refer to friendships. I had to let go of friendships throughout this journey as well too.
Mm,
So it's not just a man. Okay. I had to let go friendships. I had to let go businesses. I had to let go quite a few things that I was feeling weighed down by for me to come back to me. Um, and if you're feeling any of that, this book is definitely for you. I mean, With Love I Let Go is for every woman out there that wants to feel inspired and, more importantly, want to be seen and not feel like she's alone in her journey.
So in a way, it's really self-preservation,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, I know I've had people who I love very dearly, but they were very toxic.
Very.
And that really can rub off on you or cause you depression or anxiety or any of all of the above.
Mm-hmm.
And so it doesn't mean that you don't love them.
Right.
It means that they can't be in your atmosphere because they're polluting it.
Right. 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 Absolutely. Again, the title of the book, With Love I Let Go. That doesn't mean that I don't love you. I do love you, but I have to let you go.
Good, good stuff, good stuff. Um, all right, so we have like a few minutes left for 7:30. What else would you like to share?
Well, I just want to be able to share with everyone out there, and let them know that if a girl like me who have come through the fire, because I've been in the fire, okay, I've been to the bottom of the pits, of hell, and hell is typically here, right, in your mind, because they always say an idle mind is the devil's playground, right? And I've been there because you touch based on depression, anxiety, and I've experienced all of these things, but yet I still showed up as me, showed up strong, showed up courageous, showed up for other people, showed up when I didn't want to show up. All these things I did, and what I want to say to the woman like myself, who again that is strong but don't want to be strong all the time, who may be going through about a depression, having anxiety, panic attacks, um, all these things that are troubling you, or going through some form of abuse, narcissistic abuse, right? Because that's
Mm,
something that we're talk about a lot. I mean, that was actually what I experienced. And that is very traumatic for anyone to experience, because you start going through also too post-traumatic stress disorder. You have flashbacks, you have all these things that happen that continuously take you on this cycle of that toxic journey and take you on this trauma bond that you're trying to get away from, but you find yourself going back and back and back and back and back, and until you finally get off that hamster wheel, right? Like they say, the definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over again, right? But we have to stop. And I know it's easier said than done, but if I can do it, anybody can do it. I mean, and I'm here to let you know that I'm here to hold your hand through it. I mean, you can send me a message through my website. Um, However it is that you want to contact me. I've had women already sending me emails, sharing their life and some of their journey with them, and how this book has been helping them and resonating with them. Because inside the book, all right, it's not just a story, but it's also too, just so you know, it's a journal. You can actually write inside the book. And again, I had a woman just say today how she wrote 2 pages. So I don't think she was able to write 2 pages inside the book, but she probably got out her journal and wrote that in there, because it asks you specific questions about how you feel after each chapter, so now you can get things off your chest that you need to release and let go of. So I'm just here. I just want everybody to know that I'm here for them, and you're not alone. We are going to walk through this journey together, and I'm looking forward to, again, achieving that goal of 100,000 Black women healing for 2026.
Yeah, so you touched on something that I think that we don't talk about enough is dealing with a narcissist. I've been there myself.
Right.
And only one time that I actually can recall, but they tend to make you think that you're crazy. And if you stay in there long enough, it can really be bad for your health, correct?
It can be detrimental to your health. And I can tell you how and why, because it was almost detrimental to mine. I actually ended up in the hospital. So
Mm,
in this, that's why I said going through this hell. So I haven't even, this is my first time actually publicly mentioning me being in the hospital. My friends knew that, but the world did not know that, because it does. It messes with your mind. It messes with your heart. It messes with everything. And when you are going through trauma, your body will react, and your body will let you know. So I end up in the hospital. And afterwards, I started finding out other health issues that were taking place as a result of the trauma. One thing I don't wish on anyone is shingles. And
mm,
that's a nervous system issue. My nerves were so shot that I end up breaking out into shingles.
mm,
I had ulcers in my stomach. So to find out all of this, and I've always been very fit, very healthy, sound mind, all of these things. And then right afterwards, I'm down in the hospital. And then it was like over a period of time, I just kept finding out issue after issue after issue. And I'm thank God that all of these things have been resolved. However, but the fact that I didn't have any of these issues prior of going through narcissistic abuse, that let me know even more that it's time to let go, Angelita. It's time
mm.
to let go.
Well, I'm really glad that you were able to get out of it. Some women never do.
No.
And, you know, if you are in it for a long period of time, it becomes your normal.
Yeah.
And so I say that thank you for sharing your story, not only on our platform, but in your book. And so tell them how they can get your book.
Absolutely. You can actually go to my website. I highly recommend definitely going through my website, because there I have blogs. Plus, you can keep up to date of other events that I have coming up. So that's at www.withloveiletgo.com. Again, with love, iletgo.com. Please, please, please send me a message. Also, too, for everyone who is watching, I'm going to be giving everyone a free digital download of With Love I Let Go. Again, this is not about book sales for me. This is really about helping Black women heal and reaching those 100,000 women worldwide. So I highly encourage you to go and get the digital download. Some of you probably are going to want either the hardback, and then we also too have the paperback copy as well too. Those are available. If you want signed copies, please send me a message through my website. You can sign up for my newsletter there as well too. But let's just go out here into the world, love on each other, support each other, and help each other heal. I have several events coming up with some women that have reached out to me for me to come, and we're going to do a healing circle together, have discussions about the book, and we're just going to have a safe space that we're going to create for other women to be able to talk about whatever it is that they need to let go of. I'll be opening that up as well to other people. So if you would like to do that, please reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to schedule something with you as well to be able to come to your city or your state and do that with you and your group.
That's awesome. Well, Angelita, it's been great hosting you tonight, and I hope everyone got something out of it. Um, let's see. It says women and others healing uh, tag is so important. That's Lorana. It is. And Wendy, thank you, Wendy Vasquez. She says, this is amazing. So they are really listening. And thank you so much. We asked again that you continue to share this broadcast on your platforms. We want to get this out to as many women as possible. And Angelita is so kind to give the free download. How awesome is that? So go to our website. What's your website again?
Is www.withloveiletgo.com, and the free download is going to be available on Amazon.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing tonight. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to seeing what happens next.
Thank you so much for having me here, Dr. King. I really, truly appreciate you.
Absolutely. And everyone, as always, I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. And until our next broadcast or the next time you see me, you'll join me for prayer. Lynn Walker, Lynn Walker says, congratulations. Thank you, Lynn. We appreciate you. Make sure you guys get that free download. Not everybody gives you that opportunity. So thanks again, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
The Black Women Empowered Directory offers excellent opportunities for networking due to several key factors. Community of like-minded individuals. See, the directory brings together a community of Black and brown women who share common goals, interests, and experiences. Networking within this community provides a unique opportunity to connect with individuals who understand and support each other's aspirations and challenges. Within our directory, you'll find Black and brown women from diverse professional backgrounds, including entrepreneurship, corporate leadership, nonprofit organizations, and more. This diversity opens up a wealth of networking opportunities, allowing members to tap into a wide range of expertise, resources, and connections. While we're open to most businesses, we focus on the underserved. Don't delay. Join the Black Women Empowered Directory today at blackwomenempowereddirectory.com.